There were dozens of messages, late-night chats, inside jokes, and words that used to belong only to us. My heart pounded as I scrolled, each message cutting deeper than the last. I felt a strange mix of shock and calm. The doubts I had buried suddenly made sense. His late nights weren't about work at all, they were about someone else. I sat there for a long time, staring at the screen, listening to his steady breathing. In that moment, something inside me broke, but something else hardened. The next morning, I didn't scream or cry. I made breakfast like usual and watched him carefully. He acted normal, kissed my forehead, and told me he'd be late again. That's when I knew he wasn't just lying, he was comfortable lying. And that realization hurt more than the messages themselves. That evening, I gathered the courage to confront him. I placed the phone on the table and opened the message app. His face went pale the moment he saw it. He tried to explain, to minimize it, to call it a mistake, but his words sounded empty, rehearsed, and weak. I realized I had already heard enough. I told him I didn't want excuses. I wanted honesty, respect, and everything he had chosen to give someone else instead of me. He begged me not to leave, promising change, promising everything I had asked for over the past year. But promises felt meaningless now. That night, I slept alone in our bedroom, staring at the ceiling, replaying every sign I had ignored. I wasn't angry anymore, I was clear. Over the next few days, I focused on myself. I talked to close friends, found my strength, and reminded myself that trust, once broken, is not easily repaired. Eventually, I made my decision. I chose peace over constant doubt, self-respect over empty apologies. His late nights had revealed more than just messages on a phone. They showed me who he had become and who I needed to be for myself. My husband had always been a hardworking man, or at least that was what I believed. For years, I admired his dedication, especially when he started coming home late almost every night. He would say work was stressful, deadlines were tight, and I trusted him without question. At first, I tried to be supportive. I made sure dinner was kept warm, the house was quiet, and I never complained. I told myself marriage was about sacrifice, and this was just a phase we had to get through together. But slowly, small things began to change. He stopped sharing details about his day. His phone never left his hand, and if it did, it was always face down. When I asked simple questions, his answers became short and distant. One night, I woke up around 2 a.m. and realized he still wasn't home. I texted him, but the message stayed unread. I told myself not to overthink, yet a strange heaviness settled in my chest. When he finally came home near dawn, he smelled unfamiliar, like a place I had never been. He avoided eye contact and went straight to the shower. I wanted to ask questions, but fear held my voice back. Days turned into weeks, and the late nights became routine. Our conversations felt forced, and the warmth between us slowly faded. I missed the man who used to laugh with me over simple things. One evening, he fell asleep on the couch, exhausted. His phone buzzed on the table beside him. I wasn't trying to snoop, but the screen lit up with a name I didn't recognize and a heart emoji. My hands trembled as I picked up the phone. It wasn't locked. The message app was open, glowing brightly in the dark room, as if waiting for me to see the truth.